Hello family and friends and fellow YouTubers, it's Kim here from Kim's Country Corner, and today I am out at the Hancock Homestead, and I thought that while I had a few minutes I would do a weight loss update. I've had family and friends and even subscribers comment on how much weight I've lost and wanted to know how I've been feeling, so I thought that I would do an update. I have not done an update since my 1 month post-op. I meant to do one every month and time just flew by and life got busy and it just didn't get done. However, today is my 6 month post-op update. So since it's been 6 months, I thought today would be a good day to do one. Okay, so a little bit of history here. I had gastric sleeve surgery done at Quincy, Illinois at Blessing Hospital by Dr. Matrish on December the 31st of 2019. So I ended the year out with surgery and I started the new year with my weight loss program. Okay, so then I was released from the hospital on January the 2nd of 2020. And it is now June 2nd of 2020, so it's been 6 months. So now I'm going to do the update. I have always had to battle with my weight. My father's side of my family have always been kind of heavy-set people, so it's kind of been in my genes to be a heavy-set person. Plus, I've been on medications during my life that's caused me to gain weight. As I've had children, I've put on pounds. As I've slowed down in life, because I used to be very, very active, and you know, life takes hold and you kind of slow down. And then once I hit menopause, it just seemed like my hormones changed and my metabolism stopped. And then I also found out that I had a thyroid problem. So I've had several factors in my life contribute to my weight gain. However, I've decided that I need to take control, and I wasn't able to do it myself. I had tried different diets, I had tried different exercise regimens throughout my life, and I would be able to accomplish them for a little bit, and then I'd lose the willpower and life would take over again. So this time I decided to seek out professional help, and I contacted the Blessing Weight Loss Clinic in Quincy, Illinois. And I did that in May of last year. So in May of 2019 is when I started my weight loss journey with them, with the Blessing Weight Loss Clinic. And I was given a team of 5 people. I had an RN, I had a dietitian, I had a social worker that kind of worked with you on the mental aspects of weight loss. I had the doctor, and then I had like an administrator that kind of like coordinated all of these people and worked with the hospital and the insurances to make sure everything got completed. So with this team of 5 people, I started my weight loss journey. Now in May, whenever I started my journey, I was at 280 pounds. I remember that number because I said I will not go over 280 pounds again. My highest weight ever was 300 pounds, but that was due to a medication. I had been started on some medicine, and within 1 month I had gained 20 pounds, like 5 pounds a week. I went back to the doctor. I said, this isn't working for me. We have to try something different. So he took me off that medication, and within a month I lost those 20 pounds. And so my highest weight at 301 was due to medications. However, I usually ran between 270 and 280. And once I reached that 280 mark and I wasn't going down, you know, I was creeping up, I said, okay, that's enough. Something's got to be done. I don't want to get any heavier. I feel terrible. I can't breathe. I can't move. I can't walk. I have 3 beautiful grandchildren, and I have to be healthy for them. Okay, so then once I reached 280 pounds, I decided that enough was enough. So at the beginning of May of 2019, I called the Blessing Weight Loss Clinic and I asked to sign up for their program. And they gave me a questionnaire to answer. And by answering this questionnaire, we realized that I had what was called nighttime eating syndrome. Look it up, it's a real thing. I didn't know it was real, but it is. And I had it. And it's where you consume, I think it's like over 60% of your calories in the evening, at night. And I realized how true that was, because I could go all day without eating, but then once supper hit, I was starving, and then I would want a snack, and usually have like a bowl of cereal and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before I went to bed. And sometimes I would even wake up in the middle of the night, like at 2 or 3, wanting something to eat, and I would have like a small bowl of cereal before I could go back to sleep. And so we realized then that I had this syndrome, and so we started working on it. That was the first thing we started working on, with cognitive behavior therapy. And it was just me telling my brain that I have to eat 3 consistent meals during the day. They have to be high in protein. I stop eating at 8 o'clock, and I don't eat again until 8 o'clock the next morning. So I did like a 12-hour fast every day from 8 p.m. until 8 a.m. I did a fasting, no eating. And let me tell you, it was really hard in the beginning, but that really helped to start dropping the weight. So by the time I was able to actually go in at the end of May, because they weren't able to see me in person until the end of May, I had gone from 280 down to 274. So I had dropped 6 pounds on my own just through the fasting and the new eating pattern. But I was still eating too much. I had a new eating pattern established, but I was still eating too much, and I was still eating the wrong things. So then at the end of May, at 274 pounds, I started my weight loss journey with the Blessing Weight Loss Clinic. And they worked with me on diet and on mental awareness of what I was eating, how much I was eating. They worked with me on the physical aspects of the food I was consuming and how it was affecting my body. So they really worked on changing my thought pattern and my behavior and my eating patterns. And within those, like 8 months, I had lost 27 pounds. The weight was coming off very slowly, but it was coming off. And they were happy with my progress, but we all agreed that the weight loss surgery would be a good, useful tool. So on December 31st, Dr. Matrish did the gastric sleeve. Whenever I came out of surgery, before I went home, they weighed me again, and at that point in time, I was 253 pounds. So I had gone from 274 down to 253. So when I came home in January, I was at 253. Well, during January, if you watch my 1 month update, you will see that I lost 30 pounds in that first month. But I was told that probably some of it was water weight, because I did have complications and they were pumping me with fluids. So the first couple of weeks I was losing those fluids. But then during the last month I did actually start losing fat. So the first month I lost 30 pounds. Okay. So today, whenever I weighed in, I was at 194.8. So let's just say 195. So I went from 253 to 195. So that's a 58-pound weight loss in 6 months. So almost 10 pounds a month, okay? Now, I did lose 30 pounds that first month, so that left me 28 pounds for the last 5 months, which averages out to be about, what did I say, 6 pounds a month, which is about 1.5 pounds a week. So it's coming off a little slower than what I would like it. Although My RN seems to think I'm doing fine. She says, you know, we try to aim for 2 to 3 pounds a week, you know, starting out, and then it will slow down. So she's like, I think you're doing fine. Just keep at it. Don't give up. So I'm losing about 1.5 pounds a week. All right, so right now I'm at 195, which for me, I have already reached my goal, because my goal was to break 200. I wanted to break that 200 mark. I just knew I would feel better if I could get below 200, and I definitely am. I'm breathing a lot better. I'm walking a lot better. I'm just moving around a lot better. I'm sleeping better. I just feel better overall. My arthritis is not as bad. I mean, I still have arthritis. The surgery didn't do anything to get rid of that, but with the weight being gone, it's not near as painful. So I'm just feeling so much better overall. Okay, so total weight loss since last year, 280 down to 195 is 95 pounds. 95-pound weight loss. So that's pretty good, I think. And I'm still losing. I know I still have more to lose. They say I could get as low as 150. I don't see that happening, because the lowest I've ever weighed in my whole life was I weighed 145 pounds on my wedding day. And most of that was because of the jitters, you know. But if I could get down to 170, which used to be pretty well what I ran when I was younger, that would be awesome. But even if I stay in the 190s, I'm happy because of just the way I feel. For me, it's more about how I'm feeling than just the numbers, and I just feel fantastic. Okay, so as far as what I'm eating, I'm still following my dietitian's rules, and that's getting in mostly protein. 80 grams of protein a day is what they're wanting me to have. And I do 30 grams of that protein in the morning with a protein shake. So I'm having 1 protein shake a day, and that's in the morning at breakfast. And then I have 2 normal meals, and they usually consist of like tuna, chicken, turkey, maybe some hard cheeses once in a while, nuts, yogurt, you know, high protein foods, very few carbs. Every once in a while, if I'm having like tuna salad, I might have some saltine crackers, and I'll have like an open face tuna cracker. But very, very few carbs, and hardly any sugar. Now, I'm not going to say I'm sugar-free just yet. I have had treats. You know, I've had ice cream occasionally. I've had a cupcake at my granddaughter's birthday party, a treat at Easter. However, I will tell you that sugar does not set well with my stomach. Even though it's gastric sleeve, and you're not supposed to have like the dumping syndrome you do with the gastric bypass, whenever I eat certain foods, and especially sugar or high fat, which I have hardly had any high fat, I get stomach cramps and I have to run for the bathroom. So I really have to watch the sugar intake. And plus, not only does it hurt my stomach, but it just makes me feel bad overall. I'll get a headache, and I'll feel sluggish, and I'll just go, oh, I wish I had not eaten that sugar. So I really do try to avoid sugars. I have given in to temptation a few times, but like I said, it's only been like 4 or 5 bites, and I usually end up regretting it. So I'm trying to avoid those sugar. I'm still working on getting in the 64 ounces of water. I mean, that's 8 water bottles a day, and I know I don't get in that much water. I probably get in 4 to 5 water bottles a day, because you're not supposed to drink with your meals. But like after I have a meal, about a half hour after I have a meal, I'll have a water bottle of water. And then in the evenings, I'll have a glass of tea. So, I don't know, I'm probably getting in maybe 40 ounces of water, but I'm still working towards, you know, getting in more fluid like they want. And then I take my multivitamin every day, which, you know, is essential for overall good health. So, high protein diet, low carb, hardly any sugar, 64 ounces of fluid. I'm only doing 40, but I'm aiming for 64. And then my multivitamin. So, I'm able to eat just about anything. Like I said, the sugar things make me sick, so I avoid them. Raw vegetables, I'm still getting used to. I tried a little bit of a salad one day, and it really cramped up my stomach. But I'm trying to introduce some vegetables back into my diet to go with the proteins. I have sugar-free applesauce, sugar-free pudding, you know, sugar-free desserts, sugar-free popsicles. So, I don't feel like I'm depriving myself at all. I've kind of gotten used to eating this way now, and have found that I feel much better whenever I eat healthy, and whenever I do get off course, I feel terrible, and so then I'm right back on course. You know, I'm like, okay, that didn't work. Let's get back on track. So, so I'm pretty happy with the way things are going. And so, just to summarize, highest weight ever, 300 pounds due to medications. Normal weight as an older adult was around 270 to 280. Whenever I reached 280, that's when I started the weight loss clinic. I went from 280 down to 253, pretty much on my own. Came out of surgery in January at 253 and weighed in today at 195. So I think that's a really good weight loss. Let's see. So yeah, so I think that a 95-pound weight loss since the beginning of my journey is really good. And I know that I'm still losing weight, even though it's coming off slowly, 1.5 to 2 pounds a week, it is still coming off. So, I hope you liked hearing my update. I appreciate all the support I've gotten from family and friends working towards my goal to feel better, to be healthier. And so, thank you to everyone out there. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to know more about what's going on in my corner of the world, hit that subscribe button to Kim's Country Corner. And don't leave just yet, because I have pictures coming up. All right, I'll talk to you all later. Bye for now.